The key to making an impact starts with mastering how we communicate. Communication is a two-way street. It's partly what we project out and what we take in. What we project out is confidence, body language, and how we present ourselves, what kind of decisions we take and manifest in the real world. What we take in is how we empathize with others, how we feel about ourselves, our mindset. And mastering that two-way street is the key to making an impact in the world. Because if we can change what we feel inside, what we take in, if we can change what we project outside, then our world becomes whole and we can make a real big difference with how we are perceived and how the world perceives us. Does that make sense?
It makes a lot of sense. Yeah. This is, the type of thing that this inspires me is I want to talk to the listeners. I want to talk to everyone watching is, I think of the greatest leaders of our generation. Previous generations. 20th century, you had the late Nelson Mandela. You had Winston Churchill. You have Oprah Winfrey now. You have J.K. Rowling and all these people. A lot of times what happened before they actually stepped into the purpose was the idea of stepping up into what it is that they're good at. With Oprah, it was going through countless amounts of just sheer stuff that people would not like to go through throughout the generations. And understanding that even after going through that, I am someone with a voice and my voice matters. The great Maya Angelou says, I come as one, but I stand for 10,000. I'm butchering it. But she basically understood that her being able to do something meant that 10,000 people felt like they could see themselves in that. And so what I'm getting from you and what I'm hoping others listening or watching can see is that the call for leadership has never been more urgent. We are at a time when, even though we have the most diversity ever, the most globalized period ever, a lot of us can't stay in the same room without bringing up things that divide us, without triggering people because we feel like they're just very different. And if we feel like they're different, that means that we can't sit on the same table and share and break bread with them. And my fear is what you said. We are at a crisis. More wars, more famine, and more just misunderstandings that lead to stereotypes that sort of perpetuate negative circumstances. And so if we don't come together and truly understand who our neighbors are, if we don't come together and truly leverage the diversity that we have together, and if we don't come together and say, there are more than one ways to the right answer, and I appreciate you and I appreciate you, I don't know. I think we have a very distant future. So I am very hopeful that is not going to be the case, though. I think that with more people like yourself and with platforms like this, people are going to realize that I have a community, I can impact the community, and I'm going to make that change. And you have a community, and I'm going to call you out and make sure you're accountable to make sure that you make sure your community does the same thing. And by building those communities together, I think we'll get there. But it does start with every one of you listening, every one of you watching, being able to say, I'm not doing enough and I need to do better. So that's just, my piece. I'm calling everyone out to do good. But I also feel like we have the ability to step up, and we need to do that. So, yeah.
Yeah. Let's rise up.
Let's rise up.
Let's rise up.
Let's step up. Let's make an impact. Let's make a difference. Let's put smiles and turn those frowns around. So, yeah.